Funny thing about money, it's as if the most poverty stricken people in here and in here, the most poverty stricken people, they obsess over money. They need money for so many things on a day-to-day basis. Like they absolutely, they need so much. And it seems as if every wealthy person I've ever met needs so little to be happy. Anyway, the message I got is boundaries. So I'm going to talk about some boundaries, borders. Archangel Halalel, Halalel, Halalel. One of my blood, of my very own house. Please join me. We'll be talking about this King of Cups archetype. And how they have failed to gain some sort of power. Whoa. Okay. I have a couple cards that just flew out here. We'll take them just like this. So, their wish fulfillment, right? This is completion, by the way. Something is being completed. Their wish fulfillment was to throw some heavy burdens on an archangel energy using lies. Okay. What are these two? Okay. This energy that they targeted cannot be left out back because they stand with the Most High. Their heart has been weighed on a scale. This person is forged of war and is sustained by the Most High, God, the Great Father, the greatest mage that ever walked, stood, and wielded this realm, created this realm for us to walk, breathe, and eat, for us to be able to find our divine counterparts, for us to experience these bodies and not float through an endless void. They had their hand out, looking to receive. We're still discussing the King of Cups archetype. God screamed at this person, this King of Cups. They would not listen. They still had their hand out to receive this. They are a disruptor of life force energy, and they have done things before. Okay. That's the truth. King of Cups again. This person, again, they wanted to cause this change, right? They wanted to disrupt someone's life force energy to put them in some sort of Five of Cups. They wanted to spill all of their cups on the ground. They wanted to disrupt their magic, their chakras, their life force energy. Wow. And here we have the third five. They wanted there to be fights, disruptions surrounding this energy. This was very intentional. So this person is what you would call a five and never ascended to any sort of six type energies. I call this the Merkaba cups. This is finding your inner child. This is kindness. And this is ascending to the point where you no longer perceive kindness as weakness, because it doesn't make any sense to perceive kindness as weakness. Only a low IQ type of manipulative archetype is going to see kindness as weakness. So the Merkaba cups in reverse, all they wanted to do was attack. So this King of Cups archetype, which this is a mask that they've worn, right? King of Cups is a master of emotion. It's someone that they come off as if their emotions are in check. But this type of person will use drugs to check their emotions. They do not meditate ever. Not for 1 minute of the entire year do they actually meditate. They would rather send spell work at someone else to try to siphon their energy. They will not spend 1 minute out of the year speaking to God. And they have no inner power. They are an empty black hole, and they need others to suffer so that they can feel stimulated by some sort of life force energy, because they refuse to activate within themselves anything that would allow them to channel life force energy through their own body. In other words, they refuse to learn how to fish because they just want to keep receiving a fish. Right? This person involved an entire group, which is now being torn to shreds. And who is tearing this group to shreds? These people have a greed that doesn't work. Their cups are not aligned. I have a 999 right here. I don't know why I laid these 5 cards down, but I have 999 right here. For some reason, this group thought that this action would bring them the 10 of Pentacles. It was a facade. They sought disruption. This was their wish fulfillment. These are the types of people that disruption and mayhem, that is what they wish for. If a genie pops up, don't let these people make the wishes. Don't let these people make any wishes. That's for certain. Yeah. They just wanted this gift or a prize. They had this in their head that they were going to receive this. Because they cannot grow on their own. They have no growth. They refuse to grow. They've denounced God and they refuse to grow. They refuse. Like a little kid stomping their foot around. They refuse to grow in any way. So they figured they would just take someone else's growth using betrayal. They thought this would empower them. A Queen of Wands. A King of Pentacles archetype. So I'm getting the whole time that they thought that they were seeing something in front of them, they were fighting blinded. Yeah. They had an illusion literally in front of their eyes, as if they had like VR goggles on, right? They were so confused. They just had this illusion in front of their eyes the whole time. Black magic will do that. It will cause nasty illusions. But there's something here that's been stabilized and it cannot be destabilized. It's concrete. And something being stabilized is someone's wish fulfillment. It's a gift from the Most High. Because someone kept faith. Namaste.